would have been
Hmm.
so amazing. But yes, you have two back-to-back like Miramas, you have two back-to-back Rengals that you can
Masih teli Mas.
safely assume that whenever you want to go,
Ini
whichever
adik lah.
position you want to hold out,
Tutup.
you can do that. You can do that without any foam factor. One Rengal does not go well, you can use the second Rengal as a leverage, get your points back, like continue up the resume of those elimination numbers and those survival points for yourself. And today is going to be a very crucial day, not only for the top line teams, but especially for the bottom line teams. Because bottom lines, I'm still seeing like two teams less than 20 points. Almost up until like hashtag number, I'd say 12, that comes up to barely 40 points, less than 40 points, less than 35 points at that point. So this is one thing that I would say is really needed to be done by them, is that they have to start playing, they have to start catching up their like pace. And as you have mentioned already, Annie, a while ago, that today teams needs to like show a little bit more aggression. You can't just play passively throughout the games, throughout the days. Day number one, you have played your passiveness. Today is the day of aggression. Tomorrow is going to be the day where you're gonna hold down your forts, where you're actually gonna like hold and like stay calm, steady throughout the game, not engage in too many fights because you want to maintain your positions. But today is the like day where you will have to like climb the ladder, make someone go down, or they will come up, something of that sort.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, day number two is where perhaps the bulk of the points should be going to. Day number one's testing the waters. Day number two, things get a little bit more serious and maybe get their footing and get some consistency in. Day number three, I would argue that usually the last day of tournaments has like a little bit of a fatigue with the teams.
Hello
You can even
guys.
tell like for
Hello,
the
hello,
last
hello.
maybe two, or you can
Masa
tell
aku
that
duduk caster hari ni.
some teams are already throwing. So depending on the teams, we might see that happen, or we might see some teams maybe
Tapi
taking
ni
it
okey lagi
seriously
duk.
still. But yeah,
Ani,
we're gonna be
Mas
finding
baru
out
bangun ke? Tak
that
ada. Dah bawa
tomorrow.
balik.
But today it should
Bawa balik pada KL.
probably be a little bit more formal.
Hari
People
pagi dah
should be
bangun dah
taking it
guys.
seriously,
Come on
and
lah.
they should absolutely take as much
Dak
points as
bagus
possible
bangun pagi.
that they can today. So
Slow
I
sikit lah
mean,
suara caster
yesterday
ni.
was I guess it was okay. There were a lot of teams that were kind of like confused as to what to do. You know, they were like there are a lot of teams that did well in one map and then suddenly fell off, and then there were some teams that didn't do well and then suddenly shot up on the
Max
leaderboard for some reason.
Verstappen.
So
Hai
there
bos,
was a lot of
hai.
inconsistency, no quite dominance. I mean, you saw the leaderboard a while ago. The difference between the top one and the top two is only 2 points, and like going below that, the difference between ranks is probably like 3 or 5 points at most. So just one good game or one bad game for any one team, it could definitely tip over the leaderboards and
Terima
just
kasih
change
Dok
the whole
Arfaki.
thing with just one
Saya nak sebut
game.
nama kau. Arfaki ke
Because
Arfa
now a
Iki?
good game like
Arfa
solidifies
Ika?
its place in number one. Will they get good games, or will it be like the
Bang
heat
Arfa
of
Ika.
yesterday, where the first few maps they don't get any points and they're gonna be sitting at the bottom once again? Because it's really
Yeah.
easy to overtake any one team right now. I mean, like looking at the differences between the teams and considering the fact that one good game will probably get you like 15 to 20 points each map, and we're talking about Rondo too. There's a possibility of 30 points. So that it's really about consistency and playing your cards right. No more playing it
Okey ke
safe.
Jim?
No more playing it too aggressive or throwing or anything like that. No more
Rasa
testing the
kembah ke?
waters. We already did that in day number one, and they even
Yeah.
have a chance to review the stream yesterday. So right now, I think it's time
Hai
for us to
Ani.
restart.
Mai.
Oh my God. Yes.
Live ni untuk
Even with
tengok
the
dua orang ni
challenges
tengah
of
borak
today,
kacip ke?
we have
Tak.
actually
Ni
gone back to the
tournament.
drawing board.
Kalau tengok orang kacip ni
Oh
buat
my
apa?
God, there's gonna be so many strategies now.
Tapi saya lagi
How,
tinggal korang tau. Saya nak
first of
pergi
all,
beli
the top line team, the GG
kunyah-kunyah sekejap
Mind,
dengan Man je.
GG was assessing during the day number one. They were assessing the matches.
Boleh kan
The
eh?
first two matches they did not do
Orang
anything
cakap tak boleh pun
well.
saya bergerak juga.
Barely, I think, managed to secure one or two
Terima
points
kasih.
at the very bottom. Third match
Terima kasih
onwards,
untuk urusnya
and
Alfa
fourth
Ki.
match, back to back winner chicken dinner.
Tak boleh.
One was 9
Gerak juga.
eliminations. do believe so. Winner chicken dinner. The second one was 11 elimination or 12 elimination of winner chicken dinner.
100k like guys, giveaway jam Rolex.
18 points plus 21 or 22 points that they got back to back into like just 2 matches. So it was around 40 points in 2 matches. It was more than amazing whatsoever. But yes, aside from all of this, the other teams have also played amazingly. They also did some amazing jobs into their game styles. But it's time. It is time. It is time for the final match. In fact, the first match, I think the final rondo to begin of the day number 2, ladies and gentlemen. It is a rondo starting right now. The plane is on our screen. Going from, I do believe so, it's south all the way to the north. No, it's double plane line, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice, but it's roughly the same flight path, maybe just a slight difference.
Nampak tu,
But
mana ada
both
orang bagi
flight
guys.
paths can more or less land in the
Satu
same
skill light ni macam
place.
senang
So
sangat kan.
this
Macam senang sangat
first flight path
Ah.
from Medina City onto Fengton, and
200
the
skill light,
other
200
one
skill light.
is going from
Terima kasih ya Faki untuk urus-urusnya lagi. Punch card dulu kat sini. Ke dah?
up to
Dah.
Jiaotin and some area, unlabeled area above that. But then yeah, once again, man, Rondo is a huge
budak ni
map.
tiba-tiba
I
isi
think
detail lah.
the deserty place up top of the map might not be super accessible to our players, but I mean, if the circle goes there, then they absolutely have no choice probably. But right now, this is something we should watch out for. There's a lot of clustering that we're seeing right now in the drop off points.
Be friend from Ganu, Saudi Arabia. Bukan.
Early game engagements, because
Tak
definitely
gitu
yesterday,
juga be.
especially in the Miramars, there are teams that just land in the same area, and it just
Okay,
feels
dah boleh
like
kuatkan
a
sikit lah ni suara
huge
caster ni. Korang
bloodbath,
suka.
towards the first 3 minutes. But right now
Ooh.
we're not seeing
Okay guys,
anything
jangan lupa
on
untuk
the
follow
feed,
second account
and
saya.
that
Dekat bio
circle
tu,
is
dekat bio.
absolutely beautiful. These teams won't be worrying too
Alam,
much
bro.
about rotating just yet, but I think I'm seeing something happening in the kill feed. There's Alpha Gaming versus another team, and I saw a while ago Burmese Ghouls as well. So we'll be seeing the statistics later on, but right now this is where the teams are going to be landing throughout rather the Rondo map.
That is true. That is true. But we have Yulin, the city, that is right now being compromised by 2 different teams. Then we have at the same time Skyforce near the 2 Link 2 as well. Hora Esports is there for
Betul
the
skill like
recall
ping.
tower.
Lek-lek
And,
je.
on our screen so far, it is the Thunder Talk Gaming going around.
Mana ada
62
streamer bagi
players
200 skill
remaining
like
with 18
giveaway
teams
jam
out of the
Rolex.
72. That is absolutely crazy. But 18 out of 18 teams are still alive. We are seeing some solos.
Kau tak sponsor lain ke
into the
tak?
vicinity
Kenapa?
as
Awak
well,
daripada
with
mana?
elimination
You
from
mobile
the
ke?
Alpha Gaming.
Boleh je.
We have
Yumal.
Arifas, we have Doc, we have
Yual.
Zol and W Top as well. But ASI8 is also going to initiate the fights against the Team
Yual,
Secret
Yual.
as Julke
Masih tu
or
kalau
Juke
Yal.
gets knocked down. ASI Josefa taking down GG's player too. Oh my god. It is not just one team in this vicinity. It is Secret, it is Good Game, and it is ASI8. GG, you have to be very careful because losing over here early on this stage may break the full momentum, full scope of your momentum of the day number 1 that you have so far. But support with 134 bullets in his AKM. He is ready. He's ready to initiate the fights and everything. Casanova in the back lines, you can see he may be able to spot Doc, Zarus, or Julke at that point in time, but Doc is one of the guys that is in the compartments, in the compounds, just trying to find some utilities and anything to heal himself back to the 75% HP. But Zarus, he's also low. No healing means you're in a very big setback position already. There's also DRX, kill feed going haywire, back to back. GG finally taking down Doc. We had Doc over here. Zarus trying to shoot down the players, but no connections so far, ladies and gentlemen. No connection so far. In fact, support got a knockdown and a finisher instantly. So there we had it. The kill feed was moving too slow. Or rather, the teams are moving too fast at this point in time. Sanchita's there with the Hora Esports taking the fight, getting some eliminations. Fiora is right now down. There's 1, 2, 3 Hora in the front lines. Riley
Guys, 200 skill like giveaway jam Rolex
initiate and
Haikal, thank you, Haikal.
right here and then the Astral
Tak jelas
finally
mau
gonna
cakap.
connect,
Saya
take
gini
down
tadi.
the second guy
Saya nak gerak pergi beli punya-punya je.
as well, and Skyforce with
Kau
the
tengok
second
dulu
elimination
pemandangan.
near the hand. IC is going to be the
Pemandangan
guy
hinggap.
that is going to lose his life.
And this is what makes Rondo
The
so
back tadi
fun.
ke?
I actually saw the leaderboard. I was watching it. There were
Tak
so
kan,
many teams.
beli kunyah-kunyah duk lapar duk. Aikal thank you untuk hantunya. Castle ke yes ke slow? Slow aku kuatkan lagi.
They all
Oh.
revive, they all recall.
Ay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, just having an
Nak ikut.
anchor and
Nak
then
ikut.
going all out with the aggression. I think that's one
Nice.
good thing about Rondo. Oh, 1-2 down from Team Secret. That's a 3. Actually, I think K2 over here can go ahead and get that finisher on the last few players of Team Secret. And I think there's one more person from Team Secret. It should be their anchor. I'm not sure where they are, but I think they were within the vicinity as well. The question is now, will Team Secret get away with this? F3. Oh no, this is not a good place for their anchor to be. I think it's gonna be hard for F3 to go ahead and recall the rest of the players because ASI8 is storming the building. I think they have this in the back. We might be seeing our first
no.
squad elimination. Okay, K2 backed away so fast. Horror Esports on the other hand, I think they're a little bit in trouble as well. Skyforce manages to get 1, 2, 3 in hand, and I suppose ASI8 is also going to be having to worry about GG as well. And TS Team Secret, I mean, someone the last player was F3 rather, still holding on by a thread. I don't know if they have any healing items, but they definitely need it. But ASI8 right now, they're a little bit preoccupied, not just by the crate, but GG's also nearby. So right now they have the time to go ahead and get F3 right now. So F3 has a grenade in hand, and it looks like we're seeing our first team elimination rather. That's Team Secret saying goodbye, but the fight isn't over with ASI8 and GG.
Yeah, the fight is not over yet until it's over, and K2 comes in with the clutch, take down Nang-G. GG's, Nang-G is out and cold. GG down to 3 players remaining, but ASI8, after this initial fight, successfully, they have secured that top placement in the overall leaderboard chart. And the 2 points of a difference that it has became up an anchor point for the ASI8 so far. GG has to go revive their players or recall their players, in fact, into this game once again. But there is also Weibo Gaming versus Alpha Gaming. You can see the kill feed, you can see the players actually initiating and eliminating the players, and the fight at this point in time. IC versus TT, Thunder Talk, there's Skyforce versus Hora Esports. Hora Esports have not given up yet. The solo guy that was alive, he not only managed to revive all of his players, but look at that. They're coming back to the Skyforce, and Skyforce is right now down to a really, really difficult situation. Looking at this, he's also a solo guy, Weibo Gaming. Nobody's in the vicinity of this player. Flash, on the other hand, taking the fight against Tanpa Esports. But Weibo, I need to say what Weibo is going to do, because they have just entered the city. They are just close line to the recall tower. But in how long will this recall tower actually is going to close up or something like that? There's Osal taking the fight against Zeus. There's a win versus Tiamba Hing. Hing is also down and finished up. Back and forth, these eliminations are coming around. We are seeing what, like almost 30 eliminations that we have seen so far, Annie. I do believe so. It's more than 20 at the very least. But we still have 17 teams left with 61 players alive.
And I mean, I don't know how long these guys are going to be relying on the recall towers. It seems that everyone's kind of backing off and not being too aggressive anymore. But speaking of which, the Xavier, I think they find a knock for themselves. Snape is going to be eliminated completely, but I think we're not seeing Alter Ego getting wiped out yet. In fact, they still have 2 players, so either they can go ahead and get that recall, or, I mean, they're not a wiped out team just yet, but we're going to be seeing a little bit of a sneak peek with that map. And of course, more than a quarter, like just less than a quarter is going to be available for the teams right now. It's going to be closing in towards the western part of our rondo. But going back to our camera, it looks like Alter Ego Rosemary, they've spotted a few players from Deep Savior, putting some sprays on, but it's not going to be a Noctis yet. And Rosemary's definitely outnumbered over here, and they have to worry about Sleepy Horror as well right behind them. So Kushana, where's Krypton? I'm not sure, but Rosemary definitely is gonna need the support of their player later on, especially if they're gonna be taking any engagement soon. But it looks like Good Game's gonna be trying to go inside of this building. There's still Alliance nearby. There's a EMP zone, which is one thing that's I think unique to Rondo as well. It's just gives you a little bit less freedom with your equipment and stuff. So this is why I believe the players say this is the time to use your horses and stuff. It's very interesting, but I think it's just a little bit more trouble than we kind of paid for. But yeah, Good Game. They'll have to worry about the MP zone nearby, but I don't think they have to go there because there's nothing in there to find. Alliance is just right in the other side of this this EMP zone. In fact, it's even gone. But then yeah, Good Game so far. They're doing really well with 4 eliminations, and they're still a full squad. So right now what they can do is hold on to that consistency, and I'm really happy to see Good Game really shining after this. I mean, they showed us what they were doing the first couple of maps yesterday, and all of a sudden it was deceptive. It was borderline deceptive. I'm like, I didn't know you guys were this good. I mean, maybe they had like a hard time in the first few maps, but it's not this good. It was definitely something they were trying to hide their aces up their sleeves. But over here, Good Game finds Weibo Gaming. Let's watch this engagement happen.
We do love to see what this engagement is going to bring us. A Good Game back to the 4-man that they are. They have the 4 eliminations too, and they're back on the #1 spot on the overall leaderboard so far. For now, I don't know if ASI8 is going to be able to take them down or not, or if there is Team Flash that is going to make a comeback from this situation. But Kaya, Ranzer, alongside of Support, and NanGX. Let's see what these 4 boys, what these 4 guys have in stock this time around. Support is one player that is kind of into the backline areas, trying to give out the covers from the long ranges side, from the back lines, whereas the rest of the 3 players are straight up into the face of the players. But look at GG. They're in the centralized position of the map. Anybody in their surrounding, whether it's the Alter Ego, whether it's the Burmese Goals, or any other team, they have a clear-cut chance of securing this position for themselves. They can do a third party, the backline shots that can come into the play. But oh my god, Support, you beast! You barely managed to almost to get that knockdown, but you were falling short a little while, but still managed to get one. The other one comes in from the Kaya side. That's the second one down, in fact, of the Weibo Gaming. The third one is out, and with this, it is all over. From 4 in fact, to 7 eliminations all the way. GG is going to be here. 56 total points now for these guys, but NanGX, now he has secured individually 4 eliminations throughout this 2 almost teams conclusion that we have seen. Alter Egos on our screen. Rosemary needs to be revived as soon as possible, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen, Krypton is here. Krypton will revive, but at the same time he has to be very cautious because it is the same place where Rosemary got knocked out before, and you just drove your car here, you just stopped that car here, and it's gonna really affect you if you're not careful.
Well, it worked out anyway. For some reason they're not they're still alive, but yeah, Skyforce has spotted Krypton. It's gonna be an exchange of bullets as of the moment, and there's also Burmese Ghouls nearby, so there's a lot of things to worry about right now. So for Alter Ego, where Rosemary is, and there we have it. Krypton will be knocked down, I believe, by Burmese Ghouls. So this is going to be a 2 versus 4, and they have to worry about Skyforce somewhere out there as well. But all the while, in another side of the map, it looks like Horror Esports. CP Horror, the only active member, but I think Jiggle Horror and 123 can still get revived at this point. And some other part of the map, Tanpa versus Team Flash as well. This is what makes Rondo so fun. It's always going to keep you on your toes. Just so many things happening in the map every single moment of the game. But right now, it's going to be CP Horror. It's going to be finding Thunder Talk and Necro Dive nearby towards Forest. It's just gonna be a 3x scope. It's gonna be hunting them down. Oh my gosh, Sleepy Horror gets taken by Thundertalk King on their throne on top of that hill. I don't think anyone expected that, but that was the plot twist of the century. CP Hora was just digging their grave at that moment.
Oh my god. Another team is out, ladies and gentlemen. From 18, we're down to 15. 3 total teams have been eliminated. Sky Forces also, you can see them into the kill feed going up, but back in